So it is, what is this? October 5th, 2020. It's like 10:15 in the morning. I went to, first I started at Prella just to ask where directions to where Shell was, where Voss was, that Mike in the white construction van had recommended. So I went down to Voss. Used his computer. He's hanging out with an INNOVA, an Innova, something. It's a 3040. His computing device, which is a little bit more upgraded than the Prella station. He was telling me, now Prella says it's the temperature gauge on the vehicle. And they put oil in my engine because they checked and said it was low. I go to Voss. He says my oil's too high. It now has to be changed completely. And it's something to do with, he would change the camshaft sensor first before doing whatever so I could pass my car inspection. I drive a Mini Cooper. Everybody's like, it's a German car. They just have a lot of problems. No, the Germans do not have problems. The cars seem to be getting a bad rap because of all this fucking Jap crap between Hyundai, let's see, the Lexus shitbags, the Infiniti, all the shit the fucking herpes venereal disease kids brought over with them that nobody wanted ever. In New York. I said as much on the phone in my phone series 1980-DASH-1985. I left Voss, and then I went over to Danny's, DANNYS. Danny's is across the street from where Verizon parks all their trucks on like a back street. That's where my dad goes. I like to go to Mini directly. I just feel like you go to the dealership and they know what they're doing. It's all they do. And they're trained better. But the Danny's over here, I go in, I pull in and I'm like, excuse me. And he knows exactly who I am in my car. I said, can I have a printout, please, of whatever my dad, he's like, well, your husband, and I'm like, he's not my husband. I was like, it's my father. I was like, but if you could, please, I said, don't you have to keep a database? I'm like, for your New York State license, aren't you required to hold on to the mechanical records for all of the cars that you accept payment from? He's like, no, I'm not. I'm like, there's no New York State law, really? That you have to hold on to, mechanical records every time you accept payment. I find that really strange. That sounds to me like that's not right. I was like, okay, so you're saying you're denying me access to my file from what you said you fixed, so I have a record of it at home. And he goes, yeah, well, that was it. I'm like, right. So I come to Starbucks over off of Northern, and I let Armin, Harold, Spiro, and two other people that I'm not quite sure their names. And I told them the whole story of the three mechanics. Personally, out of the three, the personality I like best is Prella, for sure. But I am not happy by any stretch of the imagination with what's going on with my engine light and read and the computer chip problem that I have going on, along with the fact that I have no money. It's not like I could just give them a credit card. It's not like my dad is this super awesome guy and he's like, here, Nick, take the credit card and just whatever. No, my dad is a fucking piece of shit and he's like, you're on your own, kid. Fuck you. Yeah, right. Thanks, Dad. I fucking knew I could rely on you never, when I was a kid and now as an adult, but whatever. So, Mike also recommended a guy all the way in Flushing, but again, I don't have service for my phone carrier service, so I'm a little nervous to drive that far into enemy territory without being able to read what the fuck things mean. Because once you get down to Flushing, it's like a whole nother fucking country. It's disgusting. And really hard to negotiate, like navigate. So that's that. And then boys were talking about, I did mention to Armin about the only story I ever heard about Azerbaijani was, I said, I like the land and the story. I know nothing about the people. I was like, there's some stone tower from the 14th or 15th century. It's a romantic story about a shield maiden. I was like, that I absolutely love. I was like, other than that, I have no idea what's going on. Ari was there. He mentioned that they would have to go through Turkey if they want to do something with oil pipeline. I don't know. Again, I don't know my outside whatever, being that I have the United Nations sitting on my actual neck and ability to provide for myself and to take part in what I was born for. I have a phone series, but I don't have direct access to anybody. They seem to be running the ship by themselves and doing a really, like, horrible fucking job at this point.